Hey, what's up, sixth grade students? How you guys doing? I hope you had a great week. Welcome to week 4 of online learning. So, I want to keep this week short, sweet. We have a test coming up, so let's go ahead and get started. Again, I want to keep this one short and sweet. I don't want to talk too long because sometimes I start telling stories. Oh, by the way, there was this thing this week that happened. Yeah, and that's how Iggy was able to weather a whole statue out of a boulder with just a spatula. Like I said, I'm going to keep this short, sweet. Let's get on with the lessons this week. Short and sweet. I don't like to talk a lot, right? Okay, before we get you ready and go over all the lessons for the Chapter 5 test, I want everybody to say hi to my cat Reese. She's joining us this week. And I want to talk about the code assignment that was due last Friday. Last Friday, I asked you guys to log on to code.org and do lesson number 1. I had a lot of people click turn in or mark as done on Google, but they didn't have it all the way done. So I want to show you something real quick about code.org. So when I go to code.org and I look at what you did, lesson 1 is on the screen right now. It says lesson 1 dance party. And you'll notice that there are 4 green circles filled in, number 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5th one way over here, lesson number 13. This student completed parts 1, 2, 3, 4, and part 13 out of lesson 1. This is lesson 1 dance party. To get credit to do the whole thing, you have to complete all 13 steps. If you just do 1, 2, 3, or skip all the way to step 13 like this student did, you're not going to get credit. The only way to get credit on the code lessons are to get all 13 steps or however many steps it is done. If you look at the following lessons, some have 11, some have 10, some have 13, some have all different types of numbers. So make sure if you didn't finish code.org last week by doing all 13 steps of lesson 1, please go back and do that. I have no problem. I'm going to check it again Wednesday, and I'll give everybody credit who logs back on and finishes that. We will do more coding. I'm thinking about adding some more in next week. So with that being said, let's talk about this week's lessons. We're getting ready to take test over chapter 5. The test is going to cover both lessons that we had for chapter 5. Lesson 1, which is about weathering, which is where the surface of the earth changes over time through breaking of the rocks that make up the earth's surface, down through mechanical and chemical means. To review lesson 1, you can go back, study your notes that you did that week, look at the drawings that you made about mechanical weathering, and you can always go through the quiz and study those questions. This test will also cover lesson number 2, which was all about soil. If you want to review soil, you can take a look at those notes. You can look at the quiz from last week. You could also watch last week's video. I spent 10 minutes explaining the soil profile, all the different types of layers of soil, the sediments that make it up, the organic material that make it up. I talked about that, like I said, for about 10 minutes in last week's video. Go back and watch last week's video to study. After you have studied and prepared, I have 5 assignments for you to do. Technically, there are only 3 things to do. The study guide is broken down into 3 parts, but let's take a look. Assignment number 1, Legends of Learning. You're going to go back to Legends of Learning again, and you're going to log on with the code MRJ2020, Mr. J 2020, and you're going to log in with your Google account. On there, you will play through 2 different interactive games this week and a set of questions. A lot of people seem confused about the Legends of Learning. You have to complete the mini games and then finish with the questions at the end to receive credit. Please take the time to go through all the Legends of Learning activities. It will honestly help your review. After you do the Legends of Learning, the study guide was broken down into 3 parts. So assignment number 2 is part A, assignment number 3 is part B, assignment number 4 is part C. Part A goes over weathering. It's a Google form. You answer questions to fill in the graphic organizers, and there's some other things. Review B is all about the soil, the different horizons, and what makes it up. Again, multiple choice Google form. And review C will help you review both weathering and soil. So after you do the 3 parts of the study guide, you will take the test. The test looks like every other Google form test that we've taken. It starts off with some multiple choices and it moves through it. It will give you a score at the end. When you are done with this test, if you did not receive a passing grade, I will ask you to take it again. There's an advantage of getting it done and getting a passing grade the first time. That means once it's done, you're done for the week. You don't have to worry about anything else. So again, this week we are going to do a Legends of Learning assignment. The game that you need to play matches the title on Google Classroom, Weathering and Soil Review. The Awakening option is optional. You have to do the one that matches the Google Classroom assignment. Assignment number 2, 3, and 4 are the 3 parts of the study guide, and then you have a test. That's it for this week. We'll finish up chapter 5, and then we'll move on to something new next week. Like I said earlier, I'm thinking about adding some more coding in, and we will move on. I wish you luck. If you have any questions, please send me a message through email or Google Classroom. Good luck on your test. Stay safe. The weather's getting nice. Get outside, be active, and hopefully I'll see you guys soon. Bye.